The 2023 regular season has officially come to an end, and we're now able to fully take a look at who has the best odds for Connor Bedard. This will be the last episode of the Tank for Bedard series. If you guys have been watching every episode, or just a couple, just want to say a big thank you. You guys gave some great feedback throughout the whole season, and you guys really gave a lot of support. And from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate it. Thank you guys very much. So, without wasting any more of your time, let's get into the video. Alright, so we're quickly going to jump onto tankathon.com right here. Been looking at this website all season long. And yeah, let's take a look at the final updated rankings before the draft lottery. As you can see, big surprise, but the Anaheim Ducks have the best odds for Connor Bedard now. This kind of happened out of nowhere. They seemed like a team that was between that 4 to 6 area for most of the season, and then out of nowhere, they just dropped every single game out of their last 10, and they managed to come last. I just wish the Habs could have done that. Dropping 10 would have been amazing, but you know what? We can't have nice things here in Montreal. And then right after that, you have the Columbus Blue Jackets, who were last place for 80% of the season. If I'm being generous, it might even be 90% of the season. And then they just blew it. I know damn well if I was a Columbus Blue Jacket fan, which I don't know who even is, anyways, if I was one, I would be fuming. Having that last place secured for almost the whole season and coughing it up with 2 games remaining, that's a big yikes, especially with Connor Bedard on the line. Now, enough of trashing the Columbus Blue Jackets, moving on to the 3rd place team. The Chicago Blackhawks find themselves in quite a good area. But what's funny is that they could have had an even better chance. They were last place while Columbus was stealing points out of nowhere. They fell to last. All they had to do was lose their last 2 games. And then what they do is decide to play spoiler. They eliminate the Penguins from playoff contention. And by doing so, they drop their odds from 25.5% all the way to 11.5%. So it sucks for the Penguins. But if you're a Chicago fan, I would not be cheering too much, because you guys pretty much just split your chances at Bedard in half and called it a day. And then right after them, we have the San Jose Sharks, who were just a couple points ahead of them. They kind of were in that area all season long. They hit some highs of being around that 6th place area, and they hit some lows of about 2nd or 1st at times. But they find themselves in 4th. Quite a good position still. They have some good odds. But nothing much to say there. Now we have the Montreal Canadiens, which is the team you guys are waiting to hear about, and I'm sure you know by now. But just in case you haven't, we have secured the 5th best odds for that 1st overall pick, bringing us a total of 8.5%. And if you're pessimistic, that is not great odds, and we know that, but we're going to be optimistic here. 8.5% of me, there's still a chance, and there's still a great chance we could get that 2nd overall as well and draft Adam Fantilli. So what does it mean with the Habs having the 5th best odds? Like I just mentioned, they have an 8.5% chance at drafting 1st and pretty much the same odds for drafting 2nd overall. Now, there's a very high chance we do not win the lottery. That's kind of what we have to expect. So where would we be selecting from? Well, the Habs are going to look from 5th, 6th, or 7th position. We can't drop more than 2 spots, which is nice. And there's still tons of talent at that 5, 6, or 7 range. And if we land in that 5, 6, 7 range, the guys that I'm specifically looking at, I've mentioned in previous videos, but it's either Will Smith, Zach Benson, or Matvei Michkov, and I'm guaranteeing you that Matvei Michkov will be available once we come up to draft. And I just know for a fact we will not select him because there's too much controversy, there's too much politics, too much not great stuff, and too little certainty that he will make his way to the NHL. So it's unfortunate, but if they still select Zach Benson or Will Smith, I would be ecstatic with that. Now, there is a chance that Matvei Michkov falls all the way down to our Florida pick. It's, I would say, unlikely because some teams will take the chance no matter what. But if that does and Kent Hughes passes on him, I will be so disappointed. Anyways, guys, that is going to be all for the last episode of the Tank for Bedard series. I hope you guys did enjoy this series. If you guys want me to do it next year again for the next big player, if we do suck, obviously, then I'll for sure look out to do that. I'm pretty optimistic that we're not going to be that great, so I could do that series if it comes down to it. And yeah, like I said, big thank you to you guys for supporting this series. And yeah, anyways, that's it for today's video. If you did enjoy, just the usual, don't be afraid to hit that like button and maybe even consider subscribing. Now, with that being said, I'll see you all next time. Take care.